Well, hello and welcome to Padre Island, Texas. It has been a crazy day. You're in for something special right now, I'm going to tell you, because normally, whenever we do these live streams, these gentlemen next to me, I'm afraid Steve, Hall and Ash Outdoors, he's not going to be with us tonight. He had some prior engagements that he couldn't get away from. Steve, we're going to miss you, sir. I hope everything works out well for you on that. But these gentlemen next to me here, Mr. Grant McIntosh and John from A&J Outdoors, normally when we start these live streams, we've already been chatting for a half an hour, if not texting each other throughout the day regarding everything we're doing. We're not doing that today. We're going totally off the cuff. We have not had 2 seconds to talk to each other because it's been one of those days. So you're getting it all raw right here and now, all of us together. We're just going to have fun. We're going to talk it out. It's Monday, and we're here to fix the Monday blues. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing today?
I'm good. How about you, John?
I'm doing all right. I mean, it's a Monday, but we're here now, so it's all good.
My sentiments exactly. So I'm not at the house right now. We got a couple of topics, a couple of things that I am going to touch on throughout the course of this stream. We got a couple of things, not everything. Like I don't have like a full, scripted out hour kind of deal, but we do have a couple of things we're going to talk about. And one of them is that I just spent the last couple of well, I spent the day. I'm not taking any credit for anything. My Rachel's parents, they have moved to Padre Island. So we have been moving them in today. This is the new house, the backyard. The first time that we've had a chance to hang out down here. Yeah. So we're unpacking boxes. We're doing all of that fun stuff. But yeah, so that means, unbeknownst to them, I'm going to say volume down low, but we're going to be spending a lot more time down here, if you know what I mean.
Are you in a tiki bar? Are you in a tiki bar right now?
I'm in a tiki bar. Yes. Man. Check that out. I know.
Lucky you.
I know.
So do they have an extra couple bedrooms for you and the girls or what?
Well, no. It has an extra bedroom for Savannah. She has already claimed one of the, what would have been the office. She's already laid claim to it. That's her room. That says nothing to, I don't know what her cousins are supposed to do when they come down from Wisconsin. Figure something out. I guess somebody's going to be sleeping in the pool, and I don't mind taking dibs on that.
Right.
This is, we're like 45 seconds from Bob Hall Pier. So seconds. Just in time for Sharkathon.
Wow. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, there's some other things that we have to discuss with this. We're going to get to that in just a moment, but that's been my day. So what have we been doing this weekend? Has anybody been doing any fishing? Do we have any stories, anything that we need to touch on? I've been out of the loop. I need somebody to get me caught up.
Go first, John.
Okay, well, yeah, I went fishing Friday. Me and the wife, we went to Calaveras. Unfortunately, it was Bluebird Day, and there was no biting going on. So, we did get a couple bites, but we didn't catch anything. So, one of those days. So, it was not awesome. It was awesome just to be out there, her and me hanging out. But the fishing was not awesome. But, that crap happens. You just suck it up, move on. Did a little work in the house because we're still working on things. And a little work on the boat because we're still working on things. And that's kind of how my weekend went. How about you, Mr. Grant?
Well, I had the honor. Mr. David Martin in the chat lost his grandfather last week. And he couldn't make it in.
Very sorry to hear that, sir.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it in from Canada, so he asked me if I would video it for him. So I did. I got to use my 360 camera, and I also used my new DJI OM Gint 4 phone stabilizer, gimbal, whatever you want to call it. So other than the circumstance, I think the videos turned out great. Got to use my editing software for the GoPro. Got to use my new phone editing software a little bit. And then once I got that video finished yesterday, I did go ahead and fly the drone a little bit higher up than I had previously, so getting a little further away.
All right, getting brave.
Getting a little more gutsy.
You letting little baby bird fly?
So overall, it was a good weekend. I got to help him out since he couldn't be here for it.
That's cool.
My condolences on that, man. That's really, really sorry to hear that. I wish that was under better circumstances.
Yep.
I will say on that note too, though, I think that is a highly undervalued skill and service that you offer on that grant. Anybody who's in the area and needs a cinematographer for their fishing trip, you can go out on an adventure. Like, we know a couple of guys up in that area that they go out on charters and stuff like that. Dude, if you want a cameraman, throw this dude a few bucks and get some video of your experience. That's something I've been considering doing down here. I think there's some value in that.
Definitely.
Live in Minnesota Outdoors. How you doing?
Up?
Yeah, speaking of which, dude, we got a whole packed house in here tonight. Thank you so much for showing up, everybody. We got Spectre 24.99. Dennis, good to see you, man. We have Miss Janet McIntosh, ma'am. It's a pleasure to see you as usual. Farmstead Smith, how are you doing? It's been a minute. How have you been doing? Mr. Martin, Mr. Baker, sir, how are you doing? Always a pleasure to see you as well. So you got yourself into some ling. You were cooking that up the other day. MBA, sir, always a pleasure. We got Shannon. How are you doing, ma'am?
Shannon.
Only 5 minutes late. I'll take it.
Right. She usually 5 minutes before we end, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
that's for your streams, not mine.
Oh, I see how you are. How you are.
Hope you're having a better day, Shannon, than yesterday. Hope you're feeling better.
I'm sorry. I'm totally out of the loop, and my apologies on that. It's been a hectic couple of days. On top of the move that we got going on here, and I got some other things on I got a few things in the personal life that I haven't been talking about. Nothing bad, but just stuff that's kept me busy. This move being one of them. But another one, I'm going to be in California tomorrow. So I'm trying to get all of this stuff done and keep my bags packed and get all my stuff done for a little trip to California. So hectic.
Heading out to Cali.
I'm going to be representing TubeBuddy at Vid Summit. So pretty excited about that.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
You're all wet. I can't give you a microphone to talk to anybody. Sorry. You can yell, say hi.
Hi!
Can y'all hear her?
Hi. Yeah, we are.
I sounded just like her. Everybody says hi.
Yay.
Yay.
They have a pool and a tiki hut and swings.
We saw that. That's awesome.
The tiki hut and the pool with
You can't have a tiki hut without, I don't know how to point the camera here because I don't have a gimbal. There it is. There's a swing.
Very cool.
We've already been provided with rules regarding the swings. There's a height limit as to how high you're allowed to swing them. We disagree, but we believe you should be able to launch into the pool.
There you go. Just make sure you're recording.
Yeah. It's got to be on camera.
Yeah. What else is going on?
Well, so like we're not pulling through. We haven't looked at anything yet. However, there's going to be some stuff coming up that we're going to be discussing in some subsequent videos coming up here pretty soon. Thanks to my in-laws being down here, they've been staying with us during this whole move, and with that entire process, my father-in-law picked up my slack on a lot of the things that I failed on in the remodel that we're working at the house. It's already like he's already made a huge impact on a lot of the work over there, finished a lot of things that have been half done for like 5 years. We're going to be seeing that. I'm excited to be filming some stuff and some videos now at the house, a little less embarrassed to show it off, thanks to him. But also, because of all of this, you know how it is with like when everybody starts having kids, like it all happens together. Everybody gets married around the same. Someone gets married and then everybody gets married. Somebody has kids and everybody has kids. So now with the house, we got the bug to be looking for houses. And I do not want to be ruining anything. I do not want to jinx anything. And this is not something that's going to happen for, like, the stars seriously have to align. But just out of the blue, a couple of days ago, we found a house that has some potential. That's all I can say about that right now. But it's like, man, it's one of those deals where it's like, if we could pull it off, everybody's coming down. We're going to have a big old housewarming party because it's going to be sick if we can pull it off.
Nice.
What's up, Bullock Experience? Good to see you, sir. Appreciate you coming and joining us. It's been hectic. I apologize for not having been more social recently. I promise you it's not for lack of effort. So keep your fingers crossed, please. If anything, guys, say some prayers for us. I don't know if what we're looking at is the right deal for us. But again, if the stars align, it's a life-changing opportunity kind of house.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited about life right now.
Yeah.
That's good. Very good. So, you got anything else hot on the burners right now besides Vid Summit and Sharkathon, and you're a little bit busy coming up next month.
Sharkathon is the next thing. Yeah, we got Sharkathon coming up. Hey, is anybody here familiar with the tarpon pot on Sharkathon?
Tarpon?
Yeah, you can. There's a tarpon pot. This is like the most underrated thing in any fishing tournament ever. I swear.
I was going to say, does anybody ever win it? Don't you have to catch a tarpon to win it?
That's the catch right there. Nobody's caught a tarpon in like 5 years. Well, guess what? Guess what Daddy Stanley caught the other day?
No.
Well, I didn't land it, but I hooked into a couple. That's the problem with tarpon, though. You'll see this in the video. You can get in a tarpon. They are hard to hook. They're hard to land. They are good, like skipjack. You know how they're good at throwing the hooks?
Yeah.
And, well, imagine a 30-pounder doing that.
Yeah.
So, at least that's my experience down here. I know, I say things are different in Florida. They're not different. I guess people are just a little bit better at doing it. We're throwing mana lures down here, which is a heavy lure, makes it very easy for them to throw those things. But man, the thing is with tarpon and Sharkathon, for anybody who's interested, here's the deal. So we have tarpon down here. Nobody ever really catches them. In this tournament, it's like $150 entry thing for tarpon. And nobody catches tarpon during these tournaments because they're hard to get in front of. It just happens to be this year. I guarantee it happens this year because there's a lot of tarpon around right now. But the tarpon, if you don't win it every year, if nobody wins it, then that just goes into a pot and it just keeps piling up. Well, it's been piling up for like 5 years now. And I want to say that things like it like $5,000, if not more, $8,000, something like that. So I guarantee somebody, that doesn't count this year's stuff. I guarantee somebody's walking away with like $10,000 on a. They're going to be walking away with like $10,000 on a 36-inch tarpon.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I did not enter tarpon because I've never landed one. I can't land them.
So
but don't think for a second I wasn't thinking about it.
I've seen folks.
So you'll land one.
I've seen folks in Texas on video catch some, but I've never been down there and actually seen a tarpon or seen anybody hook a tarpon. So I know they're there. But I just never seen
the problem. You don't like personally me. I'm not fishing for them. I don't care. I have no value in tarpon. It's a big skipjack. I've caught enough skipjack not to care. But I mean, it's a fun fight. It's a cool fish and everything. And it's a bucket list thing. I'm going to get one.
Yeah.
But you have to fish different. Like I'm fishing mana lures. They take them and throw them. You need to have you need to be floating out a live mullet or something.
Yeah.
The Bullock Experience was asking what kind of hook you're using for them.
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not fishing for them. I would assume that you probably need a fairly good size circle hook. I'll give you like any information I got on those things. I'd love. How cool would it be if somebody in this chat landed won $8,000 on a tarpon and they use the hook that I suggested on a live stream, that'd be so awesome. I would suggest a larger size circle hook with a finger mullet floating around out there at the well, see, you can't use the jetties for sharkathon, so it's got to have to be in close proximity to a jetty, because that's where they're going to be. You're going to have to get that bait as far out as you can physically get it. Like, basically, you're going to have to swim that bait out to where people would normally walk it to, and that's how you're going to get yourself a tarpon. The rules are a little bit weird on that. Like, you're not allowed to walk out on a jetty for any of these fish. So,
and they do a lie detector. So if you had somebody, a buddy of yours, walk it down the jetty, just the bait,
yep,
and then throw it in at the end of the jetty while you're on the beach with the rod, you're still probably not going to pass the lie detector. Hey, Peter, what's up?
You could kayak it out.
Yeah.
What's up, Peter? So anybody who's coming down to hang out during that whole endeavor, I don't have confirmation on this yet, but I'm trying to get Peter, who is an excellent camera person, trying to get him down here to come do some filming. So we were talking about with like Grant doing some of that. If you are in need of some drone footage around the beach area, if you are in need of some camera work, you have an excellent opportunity available to you in Peter. Hit him up because he's good at this. I'm hiring him on, but I'll share him.
Very cool.
Nicholas Pool Yacht Outdoors, good to see you.
Yep, Nick's in the house.
What's up, Nick?
So Sharkathon starts on Thursday. So is that when you're getting there, or do you got to be there the night before, or what do you?
There's no rules as to when you're there, other than it has to, like, your fish doesn't count until. Does it start? It starts Thursday morning, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You have to actually sign in Thursday, so it has to be Thursday morning, I guess, is when the whole thing opens up. Probably, I guess, 9, something like that. So you have to go sign in, and then you go pick your spot out on the beach. And a lot of these guys, they're pros. They know what they're doing. We're going to have some of this in our video. I got chewed out for it last time. I'm going to do it again. These guys got serious rigs. They'll have a couple of trucks, a couple of tents, big flags. There's going to be a lot of Trump flags flying. And they're going to be camped out there the night before. And they're going to send somebody in who's going to go in and sign them up. And then he's going to phone back to base and say, get the lines in the water. Like, they're going to be pretty for real about that.
Cool.
And then after that, it's off to the races until Sunday morning. I believe the whole thing shuts down at like 10 o'clock Sunday morning. I've never really made it to the end. Like, I've made it to Sunday morning, but I've never caught anything that was going to put me anywhere. So I never did the final check-in or nothing.
Very cool. Very cool. So you're going to have to be down there Thursday, you said.
Yep.
And you're going to wait and see what the conditions are before you decide where you're going, like how far down Pins, or if you're going to go over by Bob Hall or whatever. Right? Yeah.
So part of the deal with that, you're allowed to have a designated assistant person. You're allowed to have somebody to help you. So, like, I'm not going to lie, I got some decision making I've got to do here. Do I go in athletic and say I get my friend Nick? Is he going to be my designated guy because he can paddle out baits? Well, if it's flat, then I don't need Nick to paddle out baits. You know what I mean? If it's 4-foot surf, I want an athlete who can paddle out baits for me. If it's flat, I don't need that. I need somebody who's going to wake me up in the middle of the night. If we hook into a shark so that we can keep baits out all night long. So that's going to be a different story. Is that Rachel? Is it my father-in-law? You know, it's maybe is exactly. Do I double dip and I offer Peter some money to film and do something for me? You know what I mean? So that's my decision-making process is going to really come down to the line. I'm not even going to try to make a decision on any of that stuff until we get back from California this weekend. And then I'll take a serious look at the forecast and I'll make a judgment call based on the weather. There's actually like a little bit of planning and strategy that goes into your setup for this kind of thing. To me, it kind of adds to the fun.
Yep. Yeah. I'm just going to keep touching after the weekend. I'll keep touching bases with you, so I know where you're going to be on Thursday, so I can track you down. I'm not.
We're going to put.
But I do want to hang out and fish.
Yeah, and we're gonna make plans to be able for everybody to be able to do that. I'm either gonna go all in and go way down pins, or we're gonna go just off the bubble. There's some value in either one of those spots. If it's 6 foot surf, why am I going down? Like, why am I going down a treacherous pins when I can just beat myself to death at Bob Hall and get a good night's sleep?
Yeah, you brought that up at the last live, and that rang a bell with me because to me, you need to go down pins, especially at least 30 miles down pins for when the currents come together, when everything gets deeper,
Yep.
shorter distance. But then you brought up that if it's 6 foot surf, why go all the way down? You're going to get beat up. The drive down and back is going to be horrible. We've been there that one time, me and Audrey. So, yeah, a light went off in my head. That does make sense. See what the weather is, and then decide if you're going to be closer around Bob Hall or actually make the run down pin. So, yeah,
I make all those calls, and it's like, okay, so I don't ever like set the precedent on anything like this. I probably should. I don't know. Like, branding is important on YouTube or whatever. I just never really do that. But obviously, like, I'm not just like a dude who fishes like fishing channel kind of thing. I try to do like a family fishing channel here. And this right here is the reason why. It's because, like, and I was talking to my father-in-law and I was talking to Rachel and everybody else about this whole like tournament coming up. And I keep talking about how, like, I'm trying to push people into it. Like, hey, Peter, I kind of need you here. Nick, I need you to paddle out baits, that kind of thing. I will do what I can for you. Like, I'll throw some money your way, help you out. Come down here, help me out. And every single person has been like this. Like, they've been like, my family has been so supportive on this one. It's like, I'm down, whatever you need me to do. That's been everybody's responses. That's where the value of having the family come in. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be straight up honest about this. I'm not the guy who wins fishing tournaments. I'll have a solid showing, and that'll be that. Or that's how it's been historically. But even if I don't like win, or even if I did win, anything that I do, if I won, if I had a solid showing, no matter what, it's going to be because of this right here. The family is the one that's going to be putting me in the spot on anything that I do.
Very cool. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Cheers to more Peter.
Well, you say that, with the exception of the Hurricane Peter, it was out there.
Oh, shoot. I want to hear that.
Danny, we don't know yet. I won't know that. I'll start having a much more clear picture of that come the weekend. You know how that is. We could have a hurricane. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't even have a basis for prediction on it right now. To be honest with you, I don't even know what next weekend looks like with the whole California thing. That's kind of at the forefront of my mind at the moment.
Makes sense.
When's the California trip?
This weekend, right?
I'm leaving in the morning.
Tomorrow.
I will be at Vid Summit tomorrow afternoon working.
Very cool.
Okay. Anywhere we could see you online? Anything?
I don't know. If you follow any of the YouTube guys, Daryl Leeds, Roberto Blake, the Nimmons, Evan Carmichael, any of those guys, you can rest assured if they're live streaming from the event, I will be giving awkward handshakes in the background.
No doubt.
I'll be, and you probably at some point will probably see some video that I do there for TubeBuddy on social media or YouTube. I'm not sure.
Are you gonna trim up that shaggy mess you got going on before you go tomorrow?
I don't have time. I wanted to, and I'm not. I'm going full grizzly for it. So, you know what? They're going to get what they get. That's the way it goes.
What's up, Brandon O'Neill?
How's it going, man?
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, we talked about Sharkathon. Oh, so you guys remember the last live stream we talked about? There's a video, the guy talking about outdoor channels. It was less, it's more blood and guts. It's like cleaning the deer, that kind of stuff that's kind of getting knocked on, I guess, right? I haven't seen it firsthand, but I did see yesterday or today, Blue Gabe posted a video. They were getting shrimp or something, and he talked about he's going to now be he's starting a Patreon, and on his Patreon, he'll have more of his hunting, shooting firearms and all that, because those videos, YouTube won't mess with those videos. So if you want to see that, join his Patreon. So I don't know if that's him hearing some of this too and deciding, I don't want to get the channel shut down. So if I do those type of videos, I'll just put them on my Patreon and get people to watch them there. I don't know, but it just seems like another indicator. There's something going on out there. I just don't know what.
You know what? I've talked to a couple of guys about this. Here's what I think happened. Peter's in on this. We had this conversation a couple of days ago, and it took a lot of vodka to get through it, but we did. So Peter's a fan of a channel called The Quartering. And The Quartering is, he's one of those commentator kind of channels where the guy talks about whatever is newsworthy, he follows trends. So he did a video about this having happened. And he did the same thing like what we discussed at the live stream. He did it like the very next day, where he took the exact same references that you were talking about, and he blew this thing up. He was like, oh my God, this is the end. YouTube is demonetizing. And I haven't seen the video. I can't really speak to that, but that's kind of what this guy does. And I like Jeremy. I like The Quartering. He's a good channel, but he's also a little dramatic about some things. I really get the feeling on this. I get the feeling, political commentator. That's what it is. It's more than politics, but that's basically what that falls down into. So I really get the feeling that this is one of those things that's being blown out of proportion by those channels. I've only heard of 2 or 3 channels that had this happen to them. And what happened to them, to my knowledge, was that they got demonetized for 1 month based on rules that were implemented well over a year ago. We were talking about this back in 2019 when YouTube updated their TOS to include gunshots. You'll notice that, channels, you're not supposed to have gunshots. Those are a yellow tag for gunshots. Yeah, I know.
They ain't got me yet. I've only got one video on it, but they ain't got me yet.
And in filleting fish, that's the one where I kind of dip my toes in the water with doing it with the high speed stuff and things, and I haven't had any trouble with it.
Yeah.
But this is a rule, to my knowledge, that it was it was implemented well over a year ago. I think it's just now being enforced. That, to me, that's really apropos for YouTube, is to set a rule and then they'll get to it a year from now.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, we will have this discussion again next week. I will ask some of these guys that are a little bit more knowledgeable than me. I'll ask them straight up this week and see what they have to say about it.
Very cool. Hey, watch for him to come back in the studio down below.
Yeah, I'm checking that now.
There he is.
Yeah, Grant, take a second.
What's the matter, Grant?
I was on my soapbox.
Can you hear us, Grant?
No, it's still weird. I don't know. Let me leave and come back.
You sound fine. He sounds fine.
Yeah, but that's how I was just a minute ago. So here's the deal. Here's the YouTube problem. They're really arbitrary about this stuff, and hence they didn't do anything for a year. So the rule is technically advertisers don't like gunshots, so they're going to have limited ads on videos that feature a gunshot. That's where people are stressing out, is they're going to get limited ads. It's not necessarily now this is a different circumstance in that these guys, I believe their monetization actually got shut down for a month. It's supposed to be a limited ad run. You're supposed to get less revenue. But maybe there's just no advertisers out there that want to run limited ads. I don't know what the case may be on this. Gunshots was one of those things, but it's not necessarily if you fire a gun, that's it, game over. Right. You fire a gun once in a video, maybe you're going to be okay. It's not necessarily a smoking gun, if you will.
It must be if you're actually showing the gun too, because I've got some duck hunting videos. You can't hear the gun. You might be able to hear the gunshot go off, but you can't see the gun. And the only one that I've got that's not monetized is the how to clean a duck. And the thumbnail is a open duck breast. So I should probably change the thumbnail. That might help.
Yeah.
Depends on the CTR. If it's good, I'd stick with it. You will notice now, I would love to have more information on this. Anybody who's a fan of deer meat for dinner, if you'll notice now, he's got a yellow border, a colored border around his thumbnail, and in the corner it says either catch, clean, or cook. He's separating it up.
Yeah.
Part of that is because of the cleaning process demonetization. I think he's wrong. I don't think that that's going to accomplish what he wants it to. But I'll tell you right now, he has a YouTube guru that he is working with that's telling him to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think
that's not a Robert decision.
I mean, even if this is from, like you said, rules that were in place years ago, and they're just suddenly starting to do some type of enforcement, I think it's a problem where they're trying to figure out, okay, how far do we go this way or that way in enforcing this versus warnings and all that? Because that's not much of a warning. Get an email saying, "Hey, we're shutting you down for a month, and fix your shit." That seems brutal to me.
Yeah,
I'll look into it. I want specifics to be able to refer on this one, but I am so confident that this is going to come down to like these channels that got demonetized. I bet you money they're the ones. They are hunting channels, not fishing.
Right.
They are shooting the shit out of stuff every video, and and then they're breaking them down. I guarantee it's got to be something like that.
Yeah, because your example, deer meat for dinner, he has not been shut down, and he has all of that in his videos. Now he did a while back. I know you're saying he's breaking down the catch, clean, kill, or eat, cook, whatever, into separate things. And he said that like a week ago. But even back months ago, he would, if he killed a deer or something, it was like, I'm going to clean this deer, this and that. If you want to see that, there'll be a link up here. It'll be a separate video. Otherwise,
I think that was him trying to follow the rules.
Yeah.
He knew about that. He has had people, a couple of years ago, the Jagerson or whatever their name, Jorgensen brothers from Black Tip H, they were helping him with some YouTube stuff. I know that happened about 3 years ago. I think I know exactly what you're talking about, and I think that what he was doing was, I think that Robert Arrington did not know YouTube. He knew what he was doing because he is a fantastic video person, and he's a fantastic fisherman and hunter. So I think he was making videos, and he did not know YouTube, and he's like, man, I got to step this up. He went on a fishing trip with Black Tip H, and they were talking YouTube, and you can see in the video, he's actually like in the subsequent videos, he talks about how he learned so much YouTube stuff from them when they did that trip. I think that he tried to step up his game. And I think that what he did was he saw the YouTube TOS, the TOS stuff that happened in 2019 or 20, where I think it was 2019. I think he saw that, and I think he moved the way all of us should have, where he foresaw it coming. He had seen the adpocalypse, and he's like, you know what? I'm not going to risk this in the future. I'm going to go ahead and start breaking it up now. Right. And I think what we are seeing now is that coming to like full circle fruition.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents on that. That's my thought.
Hey, Jerry, good to see you here.
Hey.
I kind of feel like we just wait and see, right now. And I'm looking forward to you getting some info at the Vid Summit if you can.
If there's somebody you want me to ask, if they're there, I'll ask them. As it stands, like I'll probably run that by Daryl Eves or Roberto Blake, one of those guys.
Yeah, I wonder how many of the outdoor guys actually go to that.
I know that I did talk to Darcizzle about it. She is not going, or they are not going. They did ask me to take notes, and they want me sending notes their way.
Jerry, here's to you.
Jerry, cheers. Okay, so here's the deal. I want to bring something else up. We got about 20 more minutes here. So here's the deal. Jerry, thank you so much for opening the door onto this one. So my in-laws have just moved out to Padre Island. We've been moving them in. We're celebrating them living on Padre Island now. My father-in-law over here, he's getting the pool set up for Savannah to do some swimming. I'll track him there.
Yep.
So one of the reasons of them moving down here is that he wants to do a lot more fishing. Like we're having a lot of fun fishing with him. You see him in a lot of our videos. We got 2 videos coming up right now. A lot of fun, me and him fishing out on the jetty. So, guys, here's the deal. He's doing this with like these. He's not investing in equipment, and that's totally fine. I didn't either. I was a pawn shop reject for so many years until about a year ago. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this on YouTube, I'm gonna do it for real. So here's my deal on that, Jerry. Thank you so much. Every single dime that comes in the door tonight is going to go towards Rich getting I'm going to assume Penn. I'm going to assume a Penn Battle Reel. I want him to have like some for real fishing equipment because he is like 45 seconds from Bob Hall Pier. He's going to be doing a whole lot of fishing. That gentleman needs a little bit better quality reel than what he's working with. So this is going to go directly to him. I'm going to thank you on his behalf. He doesn't even know I'm doing that. And he walked out of here just before I said all that, but that's all going to him.
Well,
Grant, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for going in on that. Jerry, thank you. Everybody. And hey, that's not a push. I don't care. John, thank you, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. I know that that's like the YouTube thing to like, okay, let's push people to like donate and stuff like that. Yes, that is a thing. No, I don't care. I don't appreciate anybody any less if they don't. Don't sweat that. But we're going to get this gentleman the rod that he needs to enjoy his experience down here on Padre Island. We are doing that together right now. I'm spilling my drink all over the bar. Sorry.
It's a bar. You christened it.
I did, right? I know I didn't. I don't want to tell them that, though. I was told I had to take a shower before I got in the pool. It's like, are you kidding me? It's a pool. It's what it's for.
That's bad.
I know. I'm trained. Thank you, Peter.
He said, I'm broke at the moment.
No worries. Don't worry about that. I'm paying you for Sharkathon, so don't even sweat that. Yes, Janet, it was a foul. I know. I spilled over the bar for the first time.
Yeah, that's alcohol abuse.
Jerry, thank you. But it's not for me. This is for his rod. This is all going to his rod.
You're doing pretty good. Nice.
That's straight up what we're doing tonight. In fact, I think we pretty much have it here. I don't know how much is a Penn Battle.
The whole rod reel combo.
No, he's got good rods.
So
I mean, unless we just like blew it out the roof or something. But my intention is just to get him a reel.
What size reel? 3,000.
Probably he needs like a 5,000.
You're looking probably $80 or $90 for the battle.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a pawn shop reject. I got mine at a pawn shop. I did not pay that much. Jerry, I'm not sharing with John. You got this all wrong, Jerry. What are you doing?
I think she was throwing in the tin in John's name.
In my name. Thank you, Jerry.
Oh, okay. Hey, John, thank you.
Hey, tell that dog to be quiet.
He just realized. Yeah, I'm being loud. I'm being goofy. I guess he's not appreciating it. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay.
So speaking of dogs, we got another puppy Saturday.
What? And there goes Jerry
really?
again.
Jerry.
What kind of puppy this time?
Jerry, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. I want you to know, it's kind of hard to say this with the dog barking at me. I have something special coming for you that I haven't been able to pull off.
Oh,
I promise you, though, I got something special for you coming up. Please be patient with me. You're going to enjoy it. But we got puppies on now, so that has to take just a little bit of a backseat.
Oh, there's a did for Steve, too. All right, now you
What's
can
the
go
dog?
get that reel.
So, yeah, this is what I've been doing most of the weekend, really,
Oh,
is getting some puppy love.
nice.
What's the puppy's name?
This is Tucker. He was a rescue, actually from Tennessee. The lady brought it up here, brought him up here, and they had already named him Tucker, so we stuck with it.
Good name.
I like it, yeah. He's got a great personality.
Tucker, you little Tucker.
Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been a good boy so far. Get the potty training down, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the big thing with pups. That and getting through the Oh, there we go. There's the other one. Now we got buddies.
Jealous?
Yeah. My audio's jacked up again. I'm gonna leave and come back.
All right.
Oh, that's right when we get the puppies. He's got to bail on us.
Yeah, I know. What the hell?
You know how, like, when you're younger, like when you're in high school, you don't realize if you borrow somebody's dog and you go cruising around the beach, chick magnet. It's the same on YouTube.
Yeah, he's calm compared to her.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go, Grant. This is very cute. So is the puppy. You going to be training them for any hunting, or is this just like family dogs?
Yeah, they're just family dogs for now. I don't know. We'll see.
You guys got lucky. Even my dog was taught to pull doves out of the backyard.
Right? I mean, we'll see. You never know.
Just don't turn that idea down. Is all I'm saying. You know, there's nothing wrong with a dog knowing how to fetch.
Keep an open mind.
Definitely.
Little squirrel stew.
Yeah, I've got a weird, I don't know where this comes from or anything, but like in my household, my family, everybody has to not pull their own weight, but everybody brings value. Is like the nice way of saying that. Everybody has a thing that they do that brings value. Kayla, God rest her soul, I miss that dog so much. But Kayla, that was her thing. Like, she would go and get me doves out of the backyard. We'd wrap up in jalapenos and bacon. It was an amazing dog, man.
Mm-hmm.
She knew her role.
All right, what value does the cat bring? I want to know that.
Savannah likes him.
Okay.
That's why he gets to live.
I was gonna say that's all it takes.
Yep, that's it. That cat is an asshole, and I hate him. But Savannah loves him, and so for that, he gets a little bit of a pass.
Sounds like most cats.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not a cat person. Neither is my wife.
No, me either. I'm actually allergic to them, so that's one excuse.
Yeah. We kind of are too. Now, I will say he's actually a decent mouser. I don't have any mice, so it doesn't matter. But he is actually kind of good at that.
Yes, David. Nikki potted in the floor while I was holding Tucker. I put Tucker down, and then he went in the floor.
It was marked. It was the place to go, apparently.
Hey, who was it?
I thought I heard something about that, too.
Yeah, actually, Rich saw one just the other day. He ran into one out on the canal. He's walking away. He's not hearing me. But, yeah, they're here. You know what? Anytime there's a hurricane, there's a chance of those guys getting washed in. We do see them from time to time. They don't taste good. So
it's called a sea cow. You'd think.
You'd think, right? Dolphin, way better.
Brandon had said earlier about YouTube needs to update closer to TikTok. TikTok is definitely against showing any type of dead animals.
Really? I did not know that.
Yes. Palmetto
And I
cat.
will say, algorithm-wise, if you want the YouTube version, the YouTube equivalent of TikTok, just do shorts. Same exact thing.
Yeah. What's up, Palmetto Cats? Good to see you.
Hey, you got perfect timing, Palmetto Cats, although we've been talking about different kind of cats. But that's, you're still welcome in on that conversation.
Yep. So
Speaking of cats who bring something to the table.
Right. Yeah. If they can hunt some mice, give some love, something they're useful for, I guess.
We grew up, cats are fine. I have nothing against cats, but it's an outdoor animal. They need to be cuddly. They need to have a good, regardless of whether they're indoors or outdoors. But their role, their spot in life around here, like we're going to treat them really well. But they eat the mice outdoors, and I grew up in the country, little log cabin and everything, so it was like that extended to snakes and other things as well.
Gotcha.
My cats are catfish. That's what I'm talking
Yes, sir.
about. It's catfish.
Miss Toner, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you for your support on everything that we're doing here. He's going to get his reel. I cannot thank you enough for that. We will have that on video, and I do have some stuff coming your way. I promise you. I just need a little patience on that. We're going to have some fun. I've still got my zip. What was the name of that thing? That big monster Zipzilla. I'm gonna put that thing to work. I promise you. The hurricanes messed me up a bit.
So Grant, what you got coming up? Anything exciting in the?
Man, I'm not supposed to be on call this week. I'm not on call right now.
Nice.
The guy that started on call today actually called in, so I had to train the new guy at the water plant for the first day. So waiting to see if he comes in tomorrow, if I'm going to have to take call or not.
Jeez.
But I am definitely going to be on call the week of Sharkathon. So we won't be able to make it down. But our son's first college game is also that Sunday. What is that, the 10th?
Yeah.
In Indiana. So if I wasn't on call, we probably would have went to Indiana regardless.
Understandable.
But looking forward to seeing what you guys have in store for Sharkathon. Wishing you all the best. We're going to try to get out this week. Now we got 2 puppies. It's probably going to make it a little harder for us to go out fishing, but we'll see.
You got to train them.
Video. Yeah, on the little boat, both of you with 2 puppies. That's the video I want to see.
I mean,
yes. You need to do like 10 videos of that. And you got all this new video equipment. You need to be practicing that on the puppies. Yep. Take advantage of them when they're young. You need to be running with this, man.
I've been doing a little video, and I've thought about making the puppies a TikTok channel. I mean, there's some dogs with some big channels out there.
TikTok.
Try it.
Yeah.
You know what? Something that we never talk about, something that we never do. Not one person here is 100,000 subscriber channel. Nobody here is 1 million subscribers. Nobody here is beholden to anything at all. Dude, do some dog videos and have fun with it. It's not going to hurt anybody's feelings.
Exactly. Yeah. Do some shorts.
Yeah.
Do some shorts. Yeah, have some fun with it. Palmetto Cats Sharkathon is a shark fishing tournament we got coming up week after this coming week. Yeah. Week after next week, I guess, is the proper term for that. We're all going to be popping up. It starts on Thursday. We're all going to be popping up down on the beach, either near our Bob Hall section or Padre Island National Seashore. We're inviting everybody to come out and join us as we win.
Yeah, those 2 will be there.
Yeah, Grant was going to be coming. He's got some other things. Totally understandable. I do not blame you at all. Absolutely. A little envious on that. Savannah had her first volleyball game, her first sporting event the other day. She's been doing dance, and she scored the winning point. So, yeah.
Oh, down South Carolina. All right.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime, man. Come and join us. Chase him around the yard with a drone. Danny Biggers, you got the right idea. That's what he's saying with the dogs. You got to get some drone footage of the dogs.
Gosh.
Dude.
Oh,
I'm gonna need another beer for that.
yeah, I'm gonna need.
I ain't got enough for that. Jerry, thank you. I can't thank you enough. That's not necessary. That is not needed. I cannot tell you how much that is appreciated.
Yeah.
I will not let him know without it happening on camera.
Very cool.
I will let you see the expression on his face when he sees that.
Yeah. You get the reel, you get the line, have it all ready to go now.
Yeah, that's the whole deal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That makes my day. It really does.
David Martin. Yeah. I'm not actually entering Sharkathon. I'm going to be there to fish and hang out. But this young man over here is entering, and so we're going to all be rooting on him. Now, if you come down to the beach, you'll see the A&J Outdoors flag flowing, and you might see a window that says Stanley Orchard.
He's gonna you make all the jokes that you want. He's gonna have his flag flying. I'm gonna have a decal stuck to my truck that says YouTube in small letters. It's a joke from last week. So I got some decals made, and it was white on white, so you can't see my name. All you can see is the tiny little YouTube logo in the bottom corner. But I'm running with them. I'm going to use them anyway. I paid money for that, so I'm going to be using them for like 10 years.
I really didn't know the red snapper moved in and out of state water. I just always assumed there was a certain population that stayed in state waters and ones that didn't.
Yeah, the snapper move in and out. I tell you what, you can check out We Go Fishing for like more of an update on this, but there was actually a boat that got busted with there was 5 boats that got busted with, I want to say, 10,000 pounds of illegal snapper. So you can thank the 2022 snapper regulations on those assholes.
Absolutely.
10,000 pounds makes a heavy dent in snapper regulations, and that you rest assured that's going to get counted.
Yeah, yeah, Peter, it's Miss Jerry Toner.
There needs to be something, I don't know what that's called, but something that goes before that. Like, it's not just Miss Jerry Toner, it's like the amazing and wonderful Miss Jerry Toner.
Yeah. The one and only.
Yes, exactly.
Baron's got a good question.
Yeah, hey, I know a little bit about that. Feel free to send me an email. I'm not going to say that I'm a professional, and I am one of those guys that eats all the bycatch that happens whenever we're dropping for tiles, but I know a little bit about those guys. I wouldn't say it's near Port Aransas. You're probably going to have to go 80 to 100 miles out of Port Aransas. Jerry, I will be. I promise you I will be. I don't want to run inside just yet. Like we're closing up. I got about 5 more minutes here, so I'm not going to sit here and make a drink with the last 5 minutes. I'm going to share my time with you guys. And then I promise you, not only am I going to be having a drink, I'm going to be enjoying a cigar as well.
Audio's jacking up. I'm going to come back.
Oh, bummer. Okay. So it is the last couple of minutes here. Anybody in the chat? What do we got going on? What is going to be happening? I'm going to be in Los Angeles, and you're going to be seeing some it's not fishing content for the next couple of days. I'm going to be over there doing Vid Summit. I'm going to be sending pictures with all of my favorite YouTube people over there. And that's going to be my focus for next week. I'm going to be having a total blast, and I'm enjoying it. But that means I'm going to be out of the loop. So that being the case, what is going to be happening this week that I need to keep an eye out for while I'm over there?
Well, personally, I got no videos coming out, but I think I'm going to jump into the interior lighting I'm doing on the boat and start doing that project. So I'll probably get some filming done. Probably won't see a video for that. So maybe next week or the week after. Listen.
I appreciate and respect the time that you're putting into to work on a video like that. Oh, we got a total noob on a kayak. I like the sound of that. That's me, by the way. I mean, I'm not the one in that video. I kind of wish I was, for future reference. Dude, Mr. James, thank you so much, sir. I really, really appreciate that. I don't know if you like caught on early on here. I'm empty, but cheers to you. So my in-laws just moved in to Padre Island. They moved from Austin down to Padre Island. We're moving them in. It's been a hectic couple of weeks, but we're getting them there. And my father-in-law is not geared up to be doing the fishing that he needs to be doing. All super chats tonight are going straight to that gentleman getting the fishing rod and reel setup that he needs. Probably going to be a Penn Battle setup. And all of that stuff is going to go towards him. And I thank you so much for contributing on that. That really means a lot. Thank you, sir. I'm really, really excited and tickled that I can have a live stream and provide him, you know, with a live stream with the setup that he needs to be able to enjoy his time out here. So thank you. I really appreciate that.
Maverick Pro 3 leaks. You're not talking about a drone leaking, are you? I've never. What would a drone leak?
Is that a video you're making?
I think he's saying that the Mavic Pro 3 like leak videos or something, like it's coming out soon or something. I think
they're leaking info. We're country guys here, so when we hear leaks, we're thinking like something's dripping out the bottom.
Dripping out the bottom of it or something. They got oil in them things. They got oil.
Yeah, what ain't no water in that? It's air cooled.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So redneck.
No, we do.
Danny, we're gonna be talking, man.
Bow season opens up Friday, so maybe do a little bow hunting this weekend. We'll see. I haven't even pulled my bow out of the case and shot it yet, so I really need to do that.
Go do that and film that too. What
Yep.
the heck? The prep.
Yeah, exactly. Why not just
the hunt, the non-butchering part, and the eating part.
Right.
That B-roll. Get a couple of shots of you like sighting that in, get them slow motion and get it like with the dramatic sunset in the background, all that stuff. So that when you go to do your video, you know, shooting, you've got that B-roll of like the sunset and the dramatic slow motion shot.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm letting all my my tips slip, but I do that. Casts, I like to have. I don't do it often, but if you ever see, I swear to God, if you ever see like one of those shots of me doing like a slow motion cast, me, not somebody else, but it's hard for me to film myself. So in order for me to get a shot of me like doing a slow motion cast, I don't film it when I'm casting. You know what I mean? Like I catch my fish, I film my video, I do my whole 9 yards, and then I'm like, okay, what do I need to do to make this look cool? Slow motion cast. Duh. So I go to film that.
Janet. Oh.
That's right. Yeah, I think I shot my bow. I only shot one time last year. Like one series of 3 shots is all I shot last year. And got my first buck in 12 years. So it worked out.
You kind of know what you're doing, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've shot enough that I know my bow.
Yeah. Very cool.
That's kind of how I feel about my 30-30. I am dead nuts with that thing.
Same with my 270.
Yeah, everybody's got that weapon, that thing that they're just like totally sighted in on.
What's that say? Yeah. Yeah, I like that hat, by the way. The shirt's okay, but the hat's where it's at.
I'm living out of a backpack, just for the record on this, okay? So
yeah, right.
I don't have my gear here.
You got black tip H on. I mean,
I do got the black tip H. Which, hey, if you ever want an awkward conversation, like an awkward handshake, this happened to me the other day. So a guy, he hit me up about the hat in a gas station. He's like, "Hey, black tip H," and I was like, "Huh." And in my head, I'm like, I'm a YouTuber, and Black Tip H is a YouTuber, and we do fishing. You know, like I have all these different things that go through my head, And as I'm sitting there formulating an answer, I probably, like, to him, I probably look like the biggest idiot in the world. It's
Hey,
easy to confuse me.
How can Aaron get a hold of you?
My email address, oh man, I guess I don't have it in this video. Hey, it's really easy. It's my last name and my first name at gmail.com. orchardstanley@gmail.com. I wrote it like that to make it easy to explain, but I do feel that that's not quite as easy as I thought it would be. But it's just that. orchardstanley@gmail.com. There's no periods, no spaces, or dashes, or nothing.
And it's that time.
Wow.
It is that time. It has been an hour. It went quick.
Quick.
I apologize. These gentlemen have to get on to dinner. I have to get on to dinner, but first I've got to get another drink. Thank you so much to everybody who helped contribute towards my father-in-law's new rod setup. I really, really appreciate that. That means the world. And we're going to do like a whole thing on that. And like that's going to be probably like a whole video in and of itself. Stay tuned to the channel. I will be at Vid Summit for the remainder of the week. I'll be live streaming and posting pictures on social media and all that fun stuff. Next week on Monday, who's going to be hosting?
Should be John.
Is it John?
It's John.
That gentleman right over there. He's going to be the one. There are links
before Sharkathon.
That's right. That's right. We have Sharkathon coming up next week. So please consider subscribing to these gentlemen right here. Their links to their channels are in the description of this video down below. And we really, really look forward to seeing you guys next live stream next week. Mr. James, send me an email. I'm happy to give you any information that I have, and I'll be totally honest about my knowledge of that actual information that I have to give. Have a wonderful week. I hope that you have the tightest of lines, and I look forward to seeing everybody in social media and on the live streams that we're doing this week and in the live stream on John's channel next Monday. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you in the next video, guys.
Peace out.
Good night.